Formula One, now heading to Las Vegas, which is there going to be, early predictor, Firefest Racing.
You've been on that for a while.
Been on it for a while. And yep. I'm even working for the event, so I feel bad. I don't want to I want to go there and obviously get paid to do my job. And I hope it works out great because I can't wait to commentate on some Formula One. But
so are you the Billy McFarland or the Ja Rule in this situation?
Oh, I don't know. Okay. I'd like to say Ja Rule because why not?
Yeah. Okay.
But it's going to be interesting. I exchanged some texts. Oddly enough, this is very random, but the team manager for Carlin, when I qualified on pole for Carlin in IndyCar, he actually is working out in Vegas with the event. And so I kind of exchanged texts with him and say, hey, like, how's it going? And it's been a lot of work for those folks out there. It's been a lot of work for those folks. And there's like random internet stories. Like my little brother Carter found one the other day that was like, oh, like potentially the race isn't going to happen because of this, that, and whatever, or people didn't get paid to do something, or people, yeah. I don't know. A lot of things get thrown around, obviously, right? But I am very curious. I am very curious. I actually was texting most of the day just 2 days ago with Daniel Ricciardo, and what he was talking about that all those drivers have to do during that week is wild. Like he said he doesn't even have an hour to himself, I don't think, where they're not doing something. And so they're definitely getting used up. They're definitely doing the promotion, doing the work. Obviously, and as to focus in on as a driver as well. I mean, you got to learn a new track, whole new, situation there. So I am just one of the biggest questions and curious activities that I will participate in so far this year. But I hope it's great.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly going to be interesting. Like I said, I remember being out there for that bachelor party in September. It was Labor Day weekend, and people were already kind of, because different folks that we would meet at the pool or at the casino or wherever, oh, where are you guys from? We're from Indianapolis. Oh, wow, racing, right? Yep. Oh, wow. So like Formula One coming out here, right? And we're like, yeah, it's different, but we get it. Yeah, no, it's a thing. And they're like, man, we can't wait. Don't know what to expect. We're like, we don't either. Should be interesting.
Like I've actually got messages from people too. They ask if I'm coming out to the race. I'm like, yeah, I got to work. I was like, are you going to the race? They're like, no, we're just going to party. I'm like, okay, all right, like. I guess there are people that are going to spend money on expensive hotels just to party and because again, Formula One is so big now that all these team partners, whether it's Duracell with Williams or Red Bull or Monster Energy with Mercedes, every single one of these big companies is going to have some sort of massive shindig every night. There's going to be a party on Wednesday night. There's going to be a party on Thursday night. There's going to be a day party Saturday before the race. There's going to be a Sunday after party. Like there's going to be events and branded parties. Like I actually just saw some Instagram stories today, like the Omnia nightclub, big nightclub there in like right on the strip. They've already got like racing jackets on, and like they're using weird words probably because Formula One stuff is trademarked. So it's like, let me actually go to find out what words they were using, because I was like, well, that doesn't what?
So it's like when you watch like Family Guy and they have to say like
Roads of Fury. Roads of Fury is what these events. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But they have Formula One simulators at Omnia and jackets that say Roads of Fury. So I don't know if that's that doesn't sound very Formula One-y, but we're getting on furious roads out in Las Vegas, apparently in the nightclub. So very interesting out there. It's going to be quite a scene.
It's so Connor. Go ahead, Ben.
Oh, I was just going to say, with it starting at 10 p.m. local time and it's going to be 1 a.m. Eastern, do you have what's your plan for trying to pace yourself I know you're not going to be, enjoying the pleasantries of evening while you're working, but through the day, it's a long day out in the sun and the heat if it's still going to be warm there, and then trying to go and commentate for the whole race that late.
Well, that's the thing. I got an email today about like kind of our general schedule, and like obviously the sessions are at night. So it's going to be freezing cold. Like it's only going to be 70 during the day and 40s at night. So like
I forget
we're
how
going to
dry,
be
yeah.
freezing cold in the desert. And I mean, it's almost like a DJ lifestyle. Like the race starts at 11 or something like that at local time. You're going to be getting out of the office at 1:32 in the morning. And so actually, the funny thing is, normally after F1 races, like there's all these like cool after parties. The clubs are closed by the time they get out of the race is done. So
they're not going to make any special.
I don't know. I think everyone would be too tired if the race finishes at 2 in the morning and you're like, well, yeah, we got to go to the nightclub at till 4. You know, like
but it's Vegas, baby.
It is Vegas, baby. That's true. It never sleeps. But yeah, again, I'm just very curious because this is going to be one of the most unique racing schedules. And like, I've been around racing since I was a fetus. So like, this is a very, very interesting schedule. Thankfully, honestly, no early mornings. So that's cool. Like I like sleeping in a little bit, especially in Las Vegas. But yeah, it's going to be something. And, you know, I thought the Brazil race as well, I thought it was a good race. So maybe they got some good momentum heading there. Like I thought the sprint race was really good. I know this is like randomly getting into racing talk, but like the sprint race in Formula One, I thought was really good over the weekend. So I hope that means that there's maybe some entertainment to be had in the Vegas race. There's a lot of long straights at the track. So, you know, maybe a lot of overtaking. So we'll see. If Vegas somehow lucks out and it's a great race, along with like a wild show, I mean, cash the check. It's going to be there forever.
I'm wondering if there will be anything here in Indianapolis, any of the fine establishments that we enjoy venturing to, or that are known for being kind of a racing scene, that would perhaps be opening to have the race on at 1 a.m. and have people be able to come and watch. I might look into that. That sounds pretty interesting, because even someone like myself, who a lot of times I've been said on this podcast plenty of times, you know, I always stick up for IndyCar, you know, I stick up for NASCAR, you know, Formula One kind of rubs me the wrong way. I think it's kind of boring. But even myself, I mean, it's
motorsport.
Well, it's motorsport, but the scene, like you mentioned, everything that's coming along with it, you got to watch, you got to check it out. So maybe a few people in Indy, maybe some Speed Street listeners, some pals, you know, maybe we'll try to figure something out this weekend, head to maybe Main Street Speedway or somewhere in Broad Ripple, or well, maybe not Broad Ripple, but somewhere to watch this thing at 1:30 in the morning. We'll figure it out.
It's very funny too, because I'm literally, I have ESPN on my television off to my left here. Las Vegas F1 commercial. And it looks wild. They got like, you know, all the celebrities, marshmallows, DJing, dancers, crazy. Very few race cars, but like a lot of cool celebrities and champagne spraying and all kinds of stuff. So
just the Bellagio. The fountain just going crazy.
Yeah. My favorite will be when the broadcast uses a bunch of gambling terms. And stuff. Like, they're really putting all their chips on this bet or something. It's gonna be it's the same way when NASCAR goes there. So I can't wait for that.
That's what it's all about. Yeah,
that's the only reason I want to watch now.
Exactly.
That's enough alone. I want to watch.
We'll start a count.
Okay.
Yeah.